back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Espresso only on SABC3. Hope you guys are having as much fun as we are on the show today. I mean, there's just so much happening, something of everything. And, you know, just before the break, we spoke about a lot of cockroaches and all of that, and we saw those images. So it's time to replace those images with something really nice.
My ear hurts all of a sudden.
It's such a weird story. But yeah, so we are making an apple and blueberry galette.
Galette, yes. Galette is just a fancy name for a rough tart.
Okay.
So a rustic tart.
Sounds much better, yeah.
Yeah,
Galette.
it sounds more doable. And the most exciting thing, Kat's back.
You know what? Everyone's been jumping, shouting.
I know,
I
so
saw yours.
excited.
She even did a little dance.
I did.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Kat.
You see?
Okay.
Go sit down, Kat. Thank you.
Okay,
cool. So it's all about apples in the kitchen today. Let's bring it down.
Okay.
All about apples in the kitchen today. We've been making really cool recipes. But take it away, Zola.
Yes, okay, so let's start with the pastry. This is very easy pastry, forgiving pastry. I always say the easier the better when it comes to pastry because people are scared of it. Okay, so we're going to do it in the machine just because it's quicker. You can do it by hand at home. So in here we've got some cake flour, in with some sugar for some sweetness, in with a pinch of salt, and then throw the butter in, and then you're going to just pulse.
Everything?
Pulse, yeah, all of it.
All right.
You're going to pulse it. If you were doing it by hand at home, you would obviously rub the butter in with your fingertips until it resembled breadcrumbs. Okay, so let's...
Is that all for the dough?
That's all for now, and then just blitz. So pulse it. There we go. While you do that, I'm going to get the filling ready.
Do I just have to keep going?
So you just keep pulsing until it looks like breadcrumbs. Okay. So the filling, of course, is apples because we're all about the apples today. I'm adding some brown sugar, a bit of cinnamon because apples and cinnamon are like one of those matches.
That's a winning combination.
Exactly.
Right there.
In with some blueberries. Apples and blueberries also something to behold, and then also a bit of vanilla. So we've taken half a vanilla pod. You can actually buy the seeds just as they are. Just scrape the seeds out of the pod
there's
and use
nothing
that.
like a fresh vanilla.
That's true. That's very true. Vanilla beans are
how's
delicious.
This looking?
That looks good. Okay, we're just going to take this out. We're going to add the egg. So you add the egg through the spout. This is the hole.
Challenge.
Get it in the right one. Okay, and then just. Just keep pulsing, and then we'll add a bit of cold water until a pastry forms.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Okay. So keep doing that, and then you just add enough water until a dough forms. You'll actually see let's just run the thing, okay? You pour, and then you'll see the dough come together. So just keep pouring,
right,
and you can see at the bottom it starts to come together, and then eventually it'll come into a ball. So just keep adding a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And as I said, it's very forgiving, so don't stress too much. If you add a tad too much...
This is stressful.
Okay, that's good. Stop. So you see the dough, then you just bring it together, roll it out. You don't even have to rest it because this is a rough tart. Nice. So you don't even have to rest it. The dough's ready. Then you roll it out, and it looks like this. Let me just do a switcheroo. Nice. Can I move your machine a little bit?
You can move it.
There we go. So this is what the dough looks like once you've rolled it out. As you can see, Graham has graffitied it with a G.
Yeah, you see, Graham Shame, the poor man, he never eats, I think, at home. And when he comes here, he has to mark his food.
Yes, he has to mark things, yes. Okay, so apples piled on with the blueberries.
I love it. It's just like throw it all together.
Just throw it all together, and you'll see at the end it'll come together and it'll look absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful. Well, if you've just tuned in, we are cooking with apples today, and right now Zola's making us a beautiful apple and blueberry galette, which is the fancy word for?
For a rustic tart.
For a rustic tart. Okay,
so
you can
bring it together. Look how it looks very rustic, and trust me, the more rustic it looks before you cook it, the better it'll look
afterwards.
After you cook it. So look at that.
Try this out yourself. Very easy. You can see you just throw everything together if you've got the dough right. SMS the keyword apple to 33728. We'll send you a shopping list and a link to the recipe. What is that?
This is a bit of streusel. It's just like a crumble topping. Just for a bit of extra texture. It's just some flour, some butter, a bit of cinnamon and some sugar crumbled together, and then you throw it on the top. 180 degrees, bake it until it's golden, and it looks beautiful.
And it looks beautiful. Zola, thank you so much. That keyword, once again, apple to 33728. We'll send you the shopping list and a link to the recipe. But if you want to see this once again, here it is.
Mix the flour, salt and sugar. Add butter and pulse until mixture resembles breadcrumbs. Add the egg and enough water to form a dough. Roll the dough out into a circle. Mix apples, blueberries, sugar, cinnamon and vanilla, then place onto the pastry. Fold the pastry edges up to form a rough tart. Rub the flour, cinnamon sugar and butter, then sprinkle onto the galette. Bake at 180 degrees until golden.
And that keyword, once again, apple to 33728. If you SMS that, we'll send you everything you need to make your own apple and blueberry
And look how
galette.
delicious it looks. The blueberries have burst.
It's like a
Look at that.
sweet
Oh,
slice of like a very
delicious.
cool pizza kind
It
of
is.
thing. Oh, look at that. I'm not going to dig in. I'm going to withhold. I'm going to share with everyone in studio that keyword, once again, apple to 33728. SMS that, and you could be making this. Why not today?
Yes,
Zola,
please.
thank you.
Pleasure,
You always
always.
come up with the most interesting and creative things.
You flatter me
She's
so.
so awesome. She's so awesome. Now, yesterday, of course, was the first day back at school for South African children and kids. And it's been a mixed bag of emotions for moms and kids alike. So let's go over to Leigh-Anne and Graham with some comments and see what you felt.